13 are waiting for us.
Beep.
Beep.
Beep. Beep. Ready.
8:38. Timestamp.
8:38. I need a pen and a. Who's got pen and paper?
I have paper. Let me see if I got a pen.
I got the clock.
I have a literal note that I can start taking sticky notes in Microsoft.
Pop out chat. Get that rolling. X-name that. Boom.
Turn off that so we can hear. I have pen. I have a green flare and paper.
Ooh, green flare.
Yeah.
Someone say flare?
Woo!
Yeah, like the original.
Yeah. It was reported about a month ago he had a hospital scare again, but it was actually just a routine surgery. So, flare's still kicking.
For those of you wondering, I'm actually in the store tonight. Not in the back, in the store.
Are we not?
Yeah. I have a giant refrigerator that sits right next to my podcast table. So, not super happy about that, but you know what? I enjoy the rent money.
Yeah.
One question to the chat. Do I seem wavy to you?
Describe your definition of wavy.
Well, like, when I do this, it's like I'm almost in Technicolor. Blah, 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 blah. Like everything waves.
Yeah, it's probably because your webcam can't catch fast motion. Like,
well, I'm also
mine might be a little better, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a lot further away from the Wi-Fi than I normally am. So,
yeah.
Usually, this hasn't been a problem, but now I look like I'm at super speed.
That was actually 1 million punch coach.
That was awesome. 1 million punch coach.
Is nobody in chat yet?
Oh, there's a bunch of people.
I can't. Why am I not seeing chat?
It's all the stripping you're going to get for tonight.
Oh, there they are.
Yay.
There they are.
What's that?
Chat.
Oh.
Chat, make sure Uncle Mark knows you're there by typing in 2.
Great.
So update on the jerseys. This is going to be way too much fun. So my guy, I have everything picked out. All the colors are picked out. The thing is ready to go. It's just he hasn't gotten back to me when the web store is supposed to go live, and it was supposed to go live like 2 weeks ago, and we were going to end it, like literally this week. But he hasn't gotten me the web store yet. I need chat to just mention how many weeks should we have that go for? 2. I was going to have it go for 3 weeks.
That'd be fine.
That should be okay.
I'm going to give a heads up. They're going to be about $45.
It's a jersey. People should expect that. I would hope.
These are going to be like legit. They're not going to be the dry tech. They're actually going to be like a baseball jersey where they're punched. Oh. Don't go fucking crazy, Mark. They're not going to be like they're not going to be full polyester, but they're going to be like what little leaguers wear during their little league games. So,
Coach, if you wanted to try and tell someone to get their shit together, Balake is in chat.
He's here.
He is here.
What of the scoundrels?
Right there. We're gonna do a segment tonight called Between Two Shirts.
Okay.
One of these podcasts has their shit together. One of them doesn't.
Hey, Coach, what time did you turn YouTube up?
Huh?
What time did you turn YouTube up?
About 4 minutes and 51 seconds ago.
All right, making a note.
So that'll be a fun little haha.
I mean, Coach, it's more like I mean, I don't know which side my hands are on and which works for you, but it's more like one's like this.
it's like whoa.
My daughter's boyfriend is excited for the jersey.
No, look at the chat. One podcast has officially ended. Sadly, what?
You never had a going away show.
All right. Who's got Blockade? We're gonna give him a going away show tonight.
Oh, geez, we're getting him
Yep.
on.
We're gonna do it. Blockade, you're coming on. You're coming on.
Where's Ledford?
Yeah, right. May as well just throw him one too.
And Bruns, where's John?
Give you guys a guess. It's mine. Time to bring back sling paint. Oh, that's funny. No, is somebody on getting Balake on?
I'm working on it.
All right, perfect. You don't need a webcam, Balake. I don't think you've ever had a webcam when you've been on the show.
And God knows, I mean,
we all know why.
Ledford prefers no webcam because he's got those great pictures.
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
Nobody does look better shirtless than Balake. But come on, we need the Aaron Balake. We need like the substitute teacher thing all over again. Shoot. Hornets done? I will not let them die. I will not let them die. I will come on your next show to boost your ratings again.
I think wasn't the last time you were on that show, it was quite the drinking episode.
Because it worked out so well last time. All right. We're going to work on getting Balake on the show. Since we officially don't have a guest for the show. But I do have another segment. There he is.
Look at that, like, 007 picture there.
Holy shit. What's with the aviators, bro?
Back from the dead.
Oh, God.
Back from the dead. We resurrect you.
Man, that was from a wedding that I went to a long time ago.
Man. You're looking baller, like almost Agent Smith. You're like Agent Smith.
Agent Smitty.
Agent Smitty. Smitty! Go get me Neo's, that one kid that doesn't do anything, but it's super easy to go get. Go get that guy.
Oh, my word. Hey, nice to see y'all again, by the way.
It's good to hear you. Can't see you, but that's okay. We don't need this. We don't need
your dreams. It's okay.
This will be good enough. I can work with this.
Man, I feel like you've worked with way worse, so we're going with it.
Ooh. Okay, maybe between my two shirts, we might have to work on getting Bruno on here as well and see which podcast is truly.
Well, would it be more fun to have Bruno on here as well, or his what's his title officially? It calls him his intern. Yeah,
the intern.
Peter the intern.
Peter the intern. Yes. Do we have Peter? Can we get Peter?
How do I remember this stuff? I can't remember milk from the grocery store.
Hey, 3 brains. We got this.
Well, 2.5. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I have no idea what Peter's last name is. Or
I am adding a new segment. It's gonna be my podcast. You done it wrong. Shout out sometime. I just listening to the Barons. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a great segment. Nothing that the Barons did wrong, but they're the only ones I listened to this week. So I'm gonna tell them what they did wrong.
God, there's too many Peters in their podcast group. I don't know which one it is.
Oh, just pick one.
That's not how that works.
It's an intern.
Peter the intern.
Peter the intern. How is his name not on Facebook? Not Peter the intern.
Because I'm pretty sure that's not all he does.
I'm pretty sure he does a lot. Block, eh?
Yes, sir.
I need to. I mean, I don't want the full story now, but I want like the cliff notes for the guys that make the effort to watch the show early. The fuck, man!
All right, cliff notes. Ryan got all of his X-Wing stuff stolen a few months ago.
Oh no!
So that kind of killed his motivation to play a little bit.
Do you not know my ability to telethon here?
Oh no, we got him a whole bunch of other stuff. It was just like he was. I guess it's not the same when you have all your painted ships and everything that you've earned over the years.
Oh.
John plays Transformers now. He really didn't. He didn't. The switch
Fucking
from
A, John. Come on.
The switch from first edition to second edition. He didn't.
Yeah, did it to some people.
Wasn't his cup of tea.
It can happen.
Yep,
You need to stop popping, by the way. You're a professional podcaster. Get your shit straight.
What? Man, I don't even drink anymore.
What the fuck are you doing on this show, man?
Whoa.
Someone has to be responsible.
I will not accept that for the show. Unless you're seriously trying to like quit, then good for you.
No, I haven't had any alcohol in like year and a half now.
Oh shit. Okay. Then pass. You get to drink milk and cookies then.
And milk and cookies are delicious though. Especially if you get like the vanilla wafers, you dip it in the milk. Tastes amazing. Put some peanut butter on that sucker. You're good to go.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, you're getting a little too sexual here now for this.
Oh god.
This is a rated R, not X, my friend.
Wait, where'd your mind go? I was talking about food.
I don't know. You said peanut butter and
So yeah, we all just kind of started playing different games, and really didn't make sense to keep paying the hosting fee on Podme.
that blows balls.
That's okay. There's plenty. Honestly, in the podcasting world, it's a little. To me, it is a wee bit oversaturated.
No.
Just a wee bit oversaturated. So it's like, even though that we're not doing anything anymore, there's other great podcasts out there like this one, natively.
Oh, yay!
Baron's great podcast, and that's about it.
Okay, so we're gonna expound on that later when the show starts in about in like literally 5 minutes.
Damn it, Bruno, how come you don't put Peter's full name anywhere on any of these episodes?
Wait, you're still trying to find him?
Yes.
And you can't really ask Bruno, like, hey, Bruno, what's Peter's real name so we can get him on the show?
Yeah, because then Bruno will be like, what the hell are you doing? He's my intern. I'd be on the show.
Because he was busy the last...
Bruno would go, I do not know what you're talking about. I do not speak English.
I do not know what you are talking about. Therefore, no, you do not get Peter, the intern's name. That's my best French. There's number one, guys. If you're still playing bingo,
God,
there's
oh man,
reference number one.
Man, okay.
I guess
cool.
I guess I should wait for CAC stories potentially, unless we're too far away from that to discuss it on this episode.
I think we're going to have to boot Stephen H. Hell no, it's not oversaturated. Yeah, God knows OCX isn't good.
Whoa there.
He made the video. What are you talking about? Oh, guys, to tell you the truth, I have no recollection of the CAC or no, the 100th episode at all.
Not surprised.
So if we're gonna talk about the 100th episode, I will be just as surprised as everyone else. I remember the champagne bottle blowing up everywhere, and then that's about it. I went and watched a little bit of it. I was like, oh god. First of all, yes, I was talking in a fishbowl. Second of all, holy fuck, when did Farmer and Chris Allen come on?
You don't remember that at all?
No, not a fucking bit of it. No way. Nope. Do not remember them on at all.
Isn't it nice that one or two of us stay relatively sober?
Somebody has to.
Yep.
It's a dirty job.
Yeah, I super don't remember that.
You know, I actually explained to some of my coworkers, like one of the like that I have that I'm part of a podcast and whatnot, and I showed them like how many X-Wing podcasts there were by showing that chart that's like, you know, true neutral, and then I'm like us in the corner, chaotic drunk, except I'm not normally the drunk one. I'm the one keeping it like moderately on the board and not off the board.
I'm fucking proud of that chaotic drunk. I'll tell you that right now.
It's a well-earned chaotic drunk.
Everybody wants that spot.
Oh yeah, that bottom right corner, Crates thought they had it. No way,
Coach. It would be great if we could get that original OCX sticker that you guys had, and underneath it, it just says chaotic drunk.
Maybe that'll be Gen Con shirts for this year.
I bet you can go to one of the stands because
just chaotic drunk and then the beer tab on the back.
Coach, you know what? No, I'm thinking like potential Patreon thing here. What if we try and get, because you know Gen Con, they always have those stands where they sell like shot glasses, cups, and stuff like that. And they all and a lot of them have like D&D based like references to them, and they'll say like in the levels, they'll do all the levels all the way down to like all the way at the top where it's like how much alcohol you poured in your mixed drink. You just have like an OCX in the glass, and then on the other side, chaotic drunk or something.
Actually, a really good idea.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Really good.
Just a matter of how
I would say right now our patrons are probably going, "Fuck you! I still haven't gotten my cards." But
no.
They're shipping Friday. They're shipping Friday.
Oh, there's one person already like, yes, please, OCX shot glasses now.
My problem is that I asked for a list of people who deserve templates. Because I'm like, if I'm going to ship everything, I might as well ship everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Montana, I need a list of templates as well. And he's like, I'll get right on it. And then a week later, I'm like, how we doing on that list?
Oh, that's right. Blame Montana.
I am. I totally can. He's not here. Fuck him. No, I'm seriously going to take like the 20 sets of templates I have left. I'm just going to fucking mail them out to the people I think that deserve them. But, we'll see. Friday's my deadline. Friday, they're going out. Hell or fucking high water. Everything's going out. Everyone's getting doubles of everything. Whatever I have left, they're getting.
Oh, can I get a sexy centaur? Just one?
You'll get it at Gen Con. I'm saving us money.
I mean, not a bad idea.
I have not seen this card yet.
Oh shit!
Someone have a way to share screen and show them?
No. I'm on there. I'm on y'all's Patreon.
Oh yeah, it should be on there.
It should be. Yeah, you should be getting one.
Oh god!
Wait. Does it show the other side?
It does. Chicken shit.
Yep, chicken shit wedge. So good. He's like, this guy over here.
All I know is going forth. Every Patreon reward will be shipped from John Montana from now on.
Did he send out the bottle openers yet?
I think the bottle openers, like, he's pretty good on the $20 guys. Like, he keeps them happy. But, I mean, if you guys listen to the Father's Day episode of Recon Specialist TV's Father's Day extravaganza or whatever, they interviewed me, and you will find out what my life is like. And it is not suited to also be shipping out like things every month. So that I'm going to pass that on to somebody else, and it should get much better. But
oh man, Glaive Leader, that's a pretty good accomplishment there. He got Zach Matthews to sign the OCX Wedge Chicken Shit card at Crate Cup. Speaking of people signing cards, Dion sent me a Facebook message today of the damage deck card I signed. That's the Panic pilot that says OCX on top, Panic, and then I signed my name. Apparently, he gets that card. He draws that card every week. So he just sent me a picture of the card, and he's just like, every effing week.
Okay,
I'm just like, well, you do your stream games on Wednesdays.
He fucking deserves it. He fucking deserves it.
He plays his stream games on Wednesdays, so when else is he going to get it? It's on livecast day.
He will screw over OCX any chance he gets, which is in the way I look at it. It's like when somebody impersonates you. You know, it's an actual show of appreciation. Him not putting OCX people on stream is a show of appreciation that they're just too good, and we don't want people to like start thinking, oh my God, maybe I should join OCX because they're really good.
Do you realize that we have evidence that he does like us? Because I listened to our 1-year anniversary podcast today while I was driving from point A to point B, and he said some really nice things about us. Of course, we scare him.
Was he on?
Yeah.
The 2 year?
No, 1 year.
Oh man, Mark, come on! We've given a year to ruin Dion.
And we had opportunity, but we didn't.
The first year was like us just being pups in the X-Wing world, and then we went from pups to like fucking domination style, and now he's all scared of us because he should be. But whatever.
We're a lot taller than him.
We're a lot taller than he is.
Actually, now that I think about it, since I've been a host or co-host, I haven't been on a stream. And I was always on a stream. Damn it.
Maybe it was us throwing the OCX stickers out. When
just saying.
Hey,
Ryan, when you threw the OCX stickers out and I got banned from the chat, I think that was a little sour taste.
No. I was on more streams after that.
Oh, that's right. He did let me on Gold Squadron once, but that was like the most neutered coach you've ever seen in your entire life.
Hands under butt.
Oh my God, it was so terrible. I mean, excellent because of all my knowledge that I spewed out, but it wasn't me, yo.
So, should we start this shit?
Yeah, let's start this thing. All right, 22, 25.
What?
AKA 8 or 9 Central on the dot.
Just put it at 22:30. That's just write it down.
22 minutes, 30 seconds in.
That's the timer. So what I got a new watch, by the way, so this one's not going to crap out. I don't think so.
You showed us during the 100th episode, but you don't.
Did I?
You don't remember.
Good morning, X-Wing! Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Delta Pilot to the 4BZ. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio podcast, broadcasting from downtown Orange City, Iowa. My name is Aaron, the Coach Crawl, and joining me today is none other than OCX Ace of Legend, Ryan on Topski.
It's looking like summer outside for once. Just passing by Memorial Day. Good 3-day weekend. I love those.
Oh, because I've had nothing but rain. So glad summer's hitting you, buddy.
Woohoo! And we're a little more north. It's kind of odd.
487 miles to my left, Mr. Uncle Mark Tippett.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'd like to start this evening off with an homage. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Stay on Target, a podcast dedicated to reminding everyone in the community, you screwed it up. What? What did we just talk about? What did you just say? A podcast dedicated to bringing the community together. I just screwed that up too. I just said that. You just want to scream, I screwed it up. Even if I got it right. You are the worst. Just start it over. Hello. Welcome to Stay on Target, a podcast dedicated to reminding oh, Jesus, I just screwed it up. Let's go. All pilots report in. This was the opening to episode 26 of Stay on Target.
I so wish Gordon was here.
When he stops by at 11 o'clock Eastern time, we can do it again.
No, leave it.
Do you know how many times I had to listen to that opening to get that written down?
don't doubt you.
Leave it for that poor bastard to listen to the episode. Oh, you know what? I heard the same thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, they're slowly turning into OCX more and more."
I was gonna say, Coach, do you remember all of us trying to do the OCX intro last week?
I do remember. I do remember that. Remember that.
Good.
And it was pretty good. I just remember yelling at Gordon and yelling at somebody else. Chico got it wrong. Mark got it wrong. Who was the one that got it right?
I got close-ish, but
you got close-ish.
The three of us.
For those of you who are watching right now, I also got it wrong.
Yeah, that was awesome. Trying to put us all in our place, waiting
but
back
I'm
there.
the host, and I can do that. So.
Did you get tonight right?
What?
Did you get tonight right? It sounded good.
No, I missed. Beautiful. I missed beautiful downtown Orange City, Iowa. I just said downtown Orange City, Iowa.
Well, but yeah.
Well, is it beautiful right now?
It's not beautiful right now. No, it's not. So technically, I'm right. Everyone else who tries to do it is wrong because they don't know. So
hey, if I suddenly drop off, we're under severe thunderstorm warnings. Big surprise again, starting like now.
Oh, you're gonna be fine. You'll be fine. And if you drop off, it ain't anything new, Mark. It's not like that's nothing new to the podcast.
I mean, if he drops off, we also have with us today.
Oh, yes. The one, the only, from the dead sea of podcast hosts. Senor Balake is joining us with us tonight.
Hello, everyone.
He is alive.
I am
just
alive.
Just letting everyone know.
Armpit of known as North Carolina.
I went there once.
It's stupid hot down here.
I've been in North Carolina many a times.
Yeah, hello everybody.
I just didn't know you then.
Right?
Anyway.
Next time, I got like 300 acres. You can do whatever you want on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Balake from the
something.
The aforementioned Hornet Squadron Radio, which right now, I'm just going to say they're on a long break.
Super long break.
The
in the meantime, I'm an unrestricted free agent in the podcast world.
There you go. Let's say that the Hive may be endangered or extinct at this point.
Actually,
has the Hive lost its queen?
I'm going to say yes, because I sent a surrender message to Chris Allen the other day.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, I surrender. The rebellion surrenders.
Are you pimping yourself out to the fucking crates? Is that what's going on there?
No.
Do we have a new podcast whore?
I think we need a new telethon to resurrect the Hornet Squadron Radio podcast. No. Okay, so first of all, Block A, when was the last time you were on the show? God, I can't even remember.
What, on this show?
Yeah.
I've never been on this show.
The fuck you.
Now, Coach may have different memories, but I'm pretty sure you've been on this.
I know he's been on the show.
I don't remember.
Times.
Well, then you may have been drunk. And that's why you were on the show.
Now, John, I know, has been on the show.
You are such bullshit. You've been on the show at least twice. At least twice.
Now, John, I know, has been on here.
No. I know you have. You've called in, and you freaking been like, hey, what's up? No, that's Ledford. Never mind. But you have been on the show.
I was to say, I know Ledford's been on there a couple times, but I'm pretty sure Balake's done it once.
No, Balake's been on once. I remember that. And my memory's not so good, but I remember that. So, hey, it's just like Chad never being on the show. He was on the show, but he just doesn't remember. So
I don't remember. I don't even remember.
Welcome back to the OCX Radio podcast show.
And Coach predicted the future correctly in saying he was on there twice eventually, the week after. Bam, what do you know?
You never do.
We have proof now of what alcohol does to the mind.
Apparently, Coach can predict the future with it. Super foreshadowing about our topic.
Coasternamus, baby. Coasternamus. We're gonna make sure.
Coasternamus.
No, we'll make stickers. No,
Coasternamus. I mean, if it's Coasternamus, it's just got to be coasters.
Oh shit!
That's another good idea.
And then we
Why
could do it
not
like
OCX coasters.
We could do it like Chinese fortune cookies, where like on the bottom side, it's what I predict is going to be your future.
You will get a direct hit on your next card.
How come when I turn mine over, it says future looks hazy? Check back later.
Oh no!
No, it says flip again. Well, Block A, why don't you tell everyone what you were a part of? One of the greatest, top-tier podcasts X-Wing has ever known.
All right, so yeah, I was formerly a host of Hornet Squadron Radio. For, God, how long was that podcast on? 2 years?
Dude, you guys at least went 2 years.
Yeah, we at least went 2 years.
Yeah, 8 episodes.
We are not back to dials. Give us some credit.
They were a biannual podcast. Dude, you still could. That would be great.
Oh, no.
You set it up, and we'll all come on and join.
We'll fucking knock them down.
I can't even look it up on Podbean anymore. You guys
right,
took it
that's
down.
what I said. Like, it's gone from Podbean.
Oh, no.
That's what I knew. It was done. It was over.
Oh, there's so much good stuff in that podcast.
It got archived to like a different website.
Oh, wait. I'm able to play
I saved a whole bunch of them when I downloaded them.
Okay. You had 28 episodes.
Sounds accurate.
And episode 1 was, it just says 2 years ago. It doesn't have an exact date.
Chris Last, you're brutal. Just had to shout out chat there for a second. Said R.I.P. back to dials.
Look, no lie, back when I first started playing X-Wing in 2015, 2016, Back to Dials was legitimately the best podcast you could listen to learn this game.
And look what they've become now.
Now we have to rely on Radio TCX.
Not even then.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Ouch.
Don't
Coach,
do that.
now hold on. Wait, Coach. I got something for you.
Oh,
So
wait a minute.
this will heal your heart from that. So someone had posted on Reddit something about having a list of podcasts that they prefer to listen to, and like one of them was like TCX on there, and I was like, oh no, their opinion's invalid because it doesn't say OCX. And then Andrew Bunn, great player Andrew Bunn was like, oh, I thought that said OCX, not TCX anyway. I was like, so I was like, oh, that's great. If Andrew Bunn has OCX on his mind over TCX, I'll take that as a win.
Oh my god!
That means you guys have done something good.
Or just
I'll
annoying.
fucking tweak to that one.
Oh, shit.
Andrew Bunn, you just deserve to tweak.
And I'm pretty sure he says he doesn't listen to really any podcasts anyway.
Yeah, well, who really does anyway? I mean, other than us. Yeah. Well, see, that was the problem. Is Hornet Squadron was the perfect complementary to the OCX because they had a lot of fun on their show.
Didn't you once say that we were
They were drunk East
radio
Coast.
OCX with accents?
Yeah, it was East Coast OCX with the Southern accents, right?
To tell you the truth, this is how great Hornet Squadron Radio was. They were the first podcast to allow Coach onto their podcast.
And I remember I told you can do whatever you want.
And that was the
That
wrong
was a first mistake.
That was
wrong
such a big
thing to
mistake.
I was
say.
about to say,
Understand what I was getting into.
was that the beginning of the downfall?
No,
Yep.
no.
Downfall.
I don't know. I know there was a significant portion of that episode edited for personal reasons, which I thank you. I
just
told you
because
not
you
to,
gave
and
your
you did
phone
anyway.
That
So thank you for
was the
that.
editor. That was always Ryan doing all that.
Oh,
Let's see.
Wasn't
Oh.
Kyle? Kyle was on first, then Coach, then
Yes.
me.
Yes, they made the mistake of having Kyle on first.
Yep. Kyle.
Here goes. It's episode 19, The Scum Junkyard with guest Kyle Stoos.
I think that's why we.
Go ahead.
I remember the discussion about that because we were going through like our junkyard series. Like there's really like a rebel junkyard, imperial junkyard.
Yeah,
and at that point we were like, John and Ryan were like, "Well, Kyle plays Scum. Let's get Kyle Stews on." I'm like, all right, whatever.
And then episode
I believe that episode was the one where Kyle told you guys all about his junkyard dogs.
Yes, that is the episode where
which went day 2 at Worlds in 2018.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
17.
Yep.
No.
18.
Because I would have remembered 17 because I was there.
Cold hot dogs.
It went like all in a series next because then Coach was episode 22, Hornets Uncensored with Coach. And then
it was uncensored. It was uncensored.
I remember being on the phone with Ryan, and he was about to have a mental breakdown trying to edit out Coach. and I told him just screw it.
Just let it
Don't worry about it. Just put uncensored and we'll work with it.
And Ryan and I were on together.
Yeah, we were episode 25, more second edition hype.
That was specifically Ryan because I'm gonna let y'all here on the internet world know Ryan has such a fanboy crush on Uncle Mark. It's ridiculous.
Well, like he had like a double thing going because a fanboy on Uncle Mark, but then me and Ledford always had the same mindset of like specific pilots. Like we both flew Ketsu Bosk a lot, and we both ended up on Bob.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yes. It's the episode where I gave my phone number out.
Yeah, we edited that out.
I thought they edited that out. Yeah, I totally gave my number out.
You told us specifically not to.
Yeah, I told them not to. And then it took like a day or two for me to sober up, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
That's just for Ledford.
Oh. God damn it, Ledford.
Oh, Sir George did the research for us. He says the first ever Hornet Squadron Radio episode was March 31st, 2017.
That makes a lot of sense.
On his birthday.
That makes a ton of sense because at that time I was in the middle of World's Prep.
Dude! You guys need to get together and fucking record your 2-year anniversary to like in 2 days. God. Come on!
They're already past
that. We'll pull one out. We'll get one last hurrah.
Just one last hurrah. Who cares if it's on the phone or whatever? Just Zach Matthews the shit out of it.
Coach, you know what we need to do. And if you remember, it was I think one of the 2016 Worlds where the Minox they just recorded like a giant group room podcast at Worlds.
I remember that.
Tyler was on that one.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that again at 2017 Worlds as well?
It was one of the two. It was either one or both.
Didn't they lose all that audio?
No, they got it all. It was 2017 because I was going to go over there, but I decided to go be a responsible adult and go to bed.
Oh, silly you.
Yeah, right?
Kind of like how I didn't go to the karaoke night the last year's Worlds.
Oh,
silly you.
Man, did you miss out on that?
I mean, I made day 2, so I'll take that.
Okay? Yes.
Just come out with news about Worlds like very recently.
You know what? That's a great segue, Block A.
I still got a little magic in me.
We did get some news. We did get some news. Now, pardon me my little 2 seconds here, but
this will be 5
Here
minutes.
we go.
Long time ago, I remember when Worlds was so down looked upon and pooped on so. But then there was one single voice. I believe his name was Coach from OCX. And he said everything's going to be just fine. So I'm right and I'm always right. That's right, Coach was right, and I know better than the rest of you. So why don't y'all shut up and just listen to Coach, because you know he's always right. That's right, he is always right.
Bruno's going to hate this.
Whoa, Coach, you're always right. I wish everybody would listen to Coach, because he's right. Why don't they listen to Coach? Because he's always right. That's because Coach is always right. So why don't you listen to me, because I'm right? Aha! There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I was right.
About specifically, some people don't know.
Okay, let's go down to the specifics. One, they were going to let people play to get into Worlds.
You did call it
the last
that.
chance qualifier, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought that was just for Destiny.
Who has the information on the last chance qualifier?
It is happening October 16th, which is the first Wednesday of the Wednesday of the event, which is the first day. Happens the same day as the Coruscant Invitational. Last chance qualifier has room for 400 people, and at least the top 64 will be put into and split up between day 1A and day 1B. If not all invites are claimed, those spots will go towards the last chance qualifiers to put in more than just 64. 64 will be the minimum.
And are there also going to be events that people that are not invited to the World's Championship Tournament to play X-Wing at?
Oh, they said there were going to be plenty of side events, and they even have a... By the way, let's not skip over this fact. It's not at the FFG Center anymore.
Okay. Well, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
But yes, there are events aplenty for people to travel to the wonderful world of Minnesota and go play X-Wing for an entire week. Man, pretty sure I was right on that one too. Again, another place I'm right. Where is the new Worlds Tournament held?
It's held at, I believe it's called River Center in St. Paul.
For those of you who are not familiar with St. Paul, Minnesota, the River Center is connected to the XL Center, which is where they play basketball, where the Minnesota Timberwolves play basketball. It is huge. It's gigantic. There are hotels aplenty around the entire thing.
And it's usually empty.
And it will be empty for none other than X-Wing. And maybe some Destiny. You know, that's cool. Man, that's like 3 out of 3, isn't it?
Ryan, we should probably go now. There won't be any.
I think I'm pretty sure though that having it in a larger space was more of a wish list and not a prediction, though.
No, that was a prediction. Straight up. That was like 2 years ago, though. That was when the whole the clickbait debacle was going on. It says no, FFG will change their venue. It's too big. It's too big of a game. They're gonna have to change their venue. I don't do this for most people, but when I do, it's for Tommy Adams. Thweek.
Oh, speaking of Tommy Adams, congratulations on getting his World's Invite top 8 in Atlanta.
Thweek first.
I need another beer then.
Yes. Way to go, Tommy. 2 for 1. World's ticket, and you got Don Topsky to get another beer. You win, good sir. But no, it is going to be at River Center in St. Paul, Minnesota, which is where the XL Center is. And am I wrong on that? Is that where they play hockey? No, I'm pretty sure that's where they play basketball.
That's where they play basketball.
Yeah. So anyway, a good friend of mine used to live there a while ago, and I used to visit him all the time. There are hotels literally all around the place.
And I guess for the international listeners out there, St. Paul is connected at the hip to Minneapolis. So you don't have to worry about going too far away from the airport to get there.
For our international listeners, they call it the Twin Cities for a reason. There's Minneapolis and there's St. Paul. And they're literally, I mean, they're hardly, yes, Minneapolis has the bigger skyscrapers than the Minnesota Vikings. Boo. And the St. Paul is basically just the twin of Minneapolis. So they're two giant cities just right next to each other. There's a river in between or something like that, but whatever. It
for the West Coast people, it's kind of like Bay. You know, you got San Francisco, Oakland right across from each other, right? So
yeah, exactly.
You have Hollywood and Los Angeles and Anaheim.
Yep.
And
you're still gonna fly into Minneapolis. It doesn't matter. St. Paul's airport is not international, as far as I know. It might have a couple, but I don't think it's going to be the best flight for you. So if you're international, just fly to Minneapolis. If you need a ride, call up old coach. We'll bring the fucking decimator and we'll come get you.
Oh, God.
You know what the best thing about this thing is?
I've heard about those trips.
You know what the best thing about the move is? There's tailgating allowed at the XL Center.
Aha.
You say, but we're losing something in this move, too. Something really big and important.
No permits for OCX, baby.
What are we losing, Balake?
We are losing access to the world-famous FFJ grilled cheese sandwiches.
No, we'll have them.
Oh, wait, we'll have them?
Oh,
how? Are you sure?
Well, I mean, we're going to have the equivalent of bacon, cheese,
never mind.
and freaking Texas toast.
I was upset about the grilled cheese being gone.
I mean, I'm going to have a grill.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Full on tailgate.
Tyler can bring his tent.
The problem, yeah, Tyler can bring his tent that he bought last year that we couldn't use.
Wait, what?
I'm in the process of getting a giant OCX flag made up that will be flying at all times.
A tent?
Coach,
flag.
Are we planning on an OCX house, or is it going to be hotels?
See, the problem is there's no Airbnb really close to the XL Center.
Oh, really?
No, I mean,
And
there's
Tyler
like
gets his
one,
rent paid for.
but it's super small, and I'm sure it's going to go really fast.
How's parking around that area, by the way?
Well, it's a giant parking lot. At the top is going to be the tailgate. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull into the giant parking apparatus. You're going to go to the top floor. You're going to get your grilled cheese and bacon sandwich from OCX. You're going to have a couple beers. You're going to go back downstairs. You're going to go across the road, and you're going to go play X-Wing.
Man, I'm sold.
Done.
I hate it.
It sounds like FFG should like pay you.
They should. Will they? No.
No.
I'm working on trying to get a hotspot so we can live stream the games to the big screen TV that will be in the back of the decimator. Yeah, I'm not holding back this year, boys. I don't need to buy a permit, so that money for the permit is going towards better things. So get ready. It won't be hard to find us with the flag. You just need to walk outside, and you'll see it. So
I'm kind of excited. I'm going now.
I think you should be excited. We're gonna have, if we have the hotspot going, we might do a live a live commentary on the FFJ. Oh shit, that's what we should do.
So
we should do a live commentary on the Twitch stream of FFG. Oh, where's my Patrick? I need him. Recon Specialist TV, where are you? You need to be there. You need to be there. I'm looking at you, Padre.
You realize that's a T-Mobile hub area, and you have a T-Mobile employee.
Oh
Snap!
That has tethering.
Oh dang! It's all coming together.
I might strap a fucking couch to the top of the decimator so we could just have a
You
couch.
weren't going to in the first place?
Well, it was just gonna be lawn chairs, but this might have to take precedence. This might be
just you get there, you go on Craigslist, you find like some cheap couch or a free couch.
You know, just when X-Wing wants to get rid of me, they just rein me back in. Patrick isn't coming.
What?
Well, might have to remedy this. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, no. So, ladies and gentlemen, we gave you the schedule. So, number 1 point, there is a last chance qualifier. So, for those who don't get chances, through your hyperspace trials or your system open thingies. Does that count? SOTs? Yeah, system open thingies.
Yeah, the system open top 8 in hyperspace trial winners.
Okay, hold on. Moment of silence. We're going to do our quintessential happy birthday song to someone who just joined chat.
Oh, God.
So, everybody get ready for Ryan Bernie's. Did it for you, just for your birthday, buddy. Birthday song. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bernie. Happy birthday to you.
And Montana just tried to not get us to do that. He's like, oh, God, no.
Oh, God, no. He's in the chat.
I didn't even know what was happening. Like, oh, man. I didn't know if you guys did like this little restaurant birthday songs.
We only do it for the best people, and Ryan Bernie is the best of people. So he has been OCX through OCX for a long time, and we cheers you, good man.
Cheers.
Did anyone else see the poll that he put up? Like, which force token do I take? It's like regular Minoc or the OCX one. I think the OCX won on that one.
Is he the same guy that did the which charge token should I take?
From Crate Cup.
Yes. Yep.
It's this little Java charge token.
He is a proud member of the OCX Beer Runners. They aren't there to win. They're there to have fun. And if they win, well, that's just a byproduct of their good karma. That's what it is. So, anyway, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about Worlds.
Last chance qualifier. That's right.
But you'll find me in.
So, I think, what is it, June 28th?
Yeah, June 28th at...
whatever time. When the tickets go on sale.
So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's another click off.
2:00 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Gotta be that click wall.
God, FFG, I love you and your click offs. I love it. I love it. I love it. You try to do so much good, yet will end up with so much bad egg on your face.
Now, riddle me this for a second, because when I first saw the idea of the last chance qualifier, immediately in my head, I'm like, oh man, that should be like no problem getting top 64. And I'm like, wait a second, that might have tougher competition than actual Worlds, because if you're in that qualifier and you flew out there, you think you have a good chance of getting in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going in oh, it's 64 of 400. But you're also forgetting I mean, it's going to be a clickbait. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's very...
We got to give it that. And I swear to God... never mind. But if... the competition is going to be very stiff. I think they did the right thing with all these hyperspace trials and the system open thingies. That you got the best of the best, right? They've got their path set for them. But you're also going to get, there's so many more players that are as good as those players. They're going to be like gunning for this thing, right?
Mm.
So, and there's 400, which is a good signal because if I remember correctly, when they did the click off last time, there was 165 seats for day 1 and day 2.
Yeah, not a lot.
It was not a lot. So they upped their game. It's a bigger venue. They're going to be able to fit a lot more people. The 400 should, I mean, you should, if you're on the ball and you're there at the time and the date, and you click, yes, I want to take it, $25, yes, you should get in. Now, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm going to go with you should.
Especially if you're like at the website at exactly 3 o'clock Eastern time or whatever it goes up.
If you're really trying for it, you should be fine.
Yeah. You should be fine. If you don't, oh my goodness, still go. If X-Wing is your thing, go.
Yeah, it's kind of like an X-Wing con in a sense.
Oh, it's X-Wing con. It is X-Wing con. It's OCX con. Fuck it. Let's just call it OCX con. Because if you don't go, you have a seat on the couch. I will give you guys have some commentary seating. Oh my God. Believe me, you guys are going to want to go just for the parties, for the people, for the atmosphere. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I'm almost thinking about giving up Gen Con for this, if this is what it's going to be. Now, I know that's crazy talk. Sit down, coach. Take another swig of beer. I know.
I will say, looking at the Airbnbs, they're not too bad. I think there's more than what you mentioned.
All right.
That is if we get 6 to 8 people, which I don't think can be difficult for us.
Well, that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Side note, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to Gen Con and you happen to peruse like a 20-minute walk, I think it's north, you'll not only get to meet me, but possibly Ryan Farmer and D. Yoon.
They did mention on their cast, I think, that
yeah, did they really?
I think they're like, yeah, I think I got a floor in Coach's Airbnb.
So funny story. I listened to go figure, it's like the one Minot cast I listened to, and it's like, D's like, I'm going to Gen Con, and like, I don't know where I'm staying, and like Farmer's like, yeah, I'm staying on somebody's floor. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That sucks for them, but you know, I mean, I got some extra space. I might as well throw him a bone. And so I messaged Farmer, and I'm like, hey, if you really need, if you need a bed or an air mattress, not a floor, I think we got some room. He messages back, yeah, you were the floor that I was going to be staying on.
Yeah, we had this discussion during the 100th episode that you don't remember.
Did we really? Fuck me. Whatever. All right. Well, you already heard that point. Whatever. Anyway, if you're at Gen Con, pray for D and Farmer, because the OCX house it's not for lightweights.
Are the Lovers going to survive that weekend?
I don't know. I really they're gonna leave changed either way.
It's gonna
for the better or for the worse. We don't know.
The best case scenario, you get OCX West Coast edition.
Oh, we tried that once.
Didn't go over well.
It didn't go. It was
very 50-50.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. So whatever. So anyway, expect to be seeing some live stream coverage from the house, particularly after hours. I'm just gonna set the laptop up with the camera and just let it run.
Are we gonna have another quick build shenanigans?
I don't know about that. It might be more of like games we picked up at Gen Con and we get drunk and play. Like,
yeah.
And we'll have the chat. We'll have the chat there and answer questions if you want to. I don't know.
Farmer always talks about Secret Hitler.
Yeah,
gotta play Secret Hitler.
What company makes that?
I don't know, but I did have a group of friends that just ended up having it at their house one time, and I was like, oh, I've now actually seen this. I think Coach might be going to grab it right now out of his store. Yeah, that was an awesome game to play. I tried it, and I was like, oh man, now I want to try it with like the rest of the podcast guys that always talk about it.
What, Secret Hitler?
Did you hear Tyler's story about that?
I've heard a lot of different stories, so I'll probably mesh together. Which one was it?
Tyler had one of his friends from college asked if he could come down and hang out because he had never been to Gen Con. And am I froze up?
No, you're good.
Okay. And Adam showed up in between one of the gaming sessions, and a bunch of the X-Wingers were playing. And Tyler said Adam was getting frustrated because he couldn't do anything, and when he finally got the cards that he could play and get involved, Paul Heaver looked at him and just said, "No, he's lying. He's."
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah. This one I have heard. Yeah,
Adam to this day, if you mention Paul Heaver, just froths at the mouth.
Yeah. All right. So, as far as I can make out, the game's made by Parliamentary Procedure. That doesn't sound right. This is weird because the game company doesn't have it anywhere. Made in China, printed by Ad Magic. I don't know who literally makes this game.
If it's at any convention, it's at Gen Con.
It's at Gen Con. You'll be able to get it at Gen Con.
That's where Tyler found it.
And it's weird about this game because everyone loves it, but I can't order it through my distributors. They are literally
none of them will touch it.
They are a through their website only kind of a thing. It's just like Cards Against Humanity. They made a great game, but they will not distribute it to anyone, which sucks.
I've seen Cards Against Humanity in stores. It's just not
No, you see it at Target and Walmart. If you see it there, they bought it from someone else and they're selling it.
We've got it in my store. We've got Cards Against Humanity.
They're selling it at a markup. They bought it from someone else. Unless they got a better distributor than I do, which, let's just face it, probably. Anyway, moving on. It is extended. Everybody knows that.
There will be hyperspace side events, though.
I was gonna say there's the side events are gonna be hyperspace. I think they're gonna have a just fucking hodgepodge of shit.
Yeah.
They did allude to team events. Now that's for Coruscant, correct?
Yeah, I think they said X-Wing. Coruscant, trying to read quickly, scanning.
I've heard that there's supposed to be epic play going on at Worlds.
Correct.
Well,
here we go.
Okay.
Running alongside the Last Chance Qualifier Wednesday is the 2019 Coruscant Invitational, a team event featuring the winners of the System Open series. This is a multi-round event that will feature every faction in the game as well as the new epic play. So, not only will there probably be epic side events, but there's also epic included in the Invitational.
Okay, so what that tells me is that Epic is going to be previewed at Gen Con.
I agree.
And
Wave 5 early release at Gen Con preview, the Epic stuff there.
Ooh, they could do like a specific Worlds. You guys are the first one. No, they wouldn't do that, would they?
They did that for 2.0.
I think they would. I think they would do that for the Coruscant invite winners.
All new rules and all new stuff and all new ships.
They would do it at Worlds.
Yep, I think they would do it.
I mean, so think about it. What better place to test the epic rules before it hits the market, before it hits the bigger market than at an X-Wing event?
And some of the top players playing with them too.
You know, my Coach Stradamus is, my thing is pinging off is that they already have enough going on at Worlds as it is. I think with the delay of Wave 5 or Wave 4, news alert, Wave 4 is not going to be June 6th.
No.
Unless you hear it from me, it's not true. So whoever posted that doesn't know what they're talking about.
See, I'm very sad because I was looking forward to plasma torpedoes, man.
If there's any reason to join OCX Radio Facebook page, it's for the up-to-date actual knowledge of when waves are going to release by me, because I'm a store owner and I know when they're going to be in my store.
So, it's Coach, at this point, would you know for sure whether or not it would be at the end of June? Because they did say on stream that the points change is supposed to drop end of June, and it would be really easy to coincide the release of a new wave and a points update.
Yeah, no. The only email I got was it's in the near future. It's not going to be June 6th.
So I'm assuming end of June for both the points update and wave 4.
I would assume end of June, early July, wave 4 drops.
Someone speculated it might be for Origins.
When's Origins?
Like June 20th, or it's towards the end of June.
That sounds about right.
Really?
Would make sense.
I thought they were supposed to. Do they have a system open?
I don't think they do this year.
No, they don't. They don't have a system.
Oh.
Isn't Seattle the last system open that we know of in the Americas?
For the phase 1 of system opens.
Oh yeah, that's true. We got all this phase stuff now.
No, believe me, mine's September 14th. So,
what, your system open?
No, sorry, my hyperspace. No, the system open.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no. Seattle's the last system open thingy. I like calling it a system open thingy.
In the continental U.S.
Yes, in the continental U.S. Abroad, I don't know. But I can see where Origins would be like the pre-release. You get it July 1st or that week for broad release. Gen Con will be the rollout of Epic. You know, where it's like you can buy it at Gen Con, but it's not legal until such and such. It's the Gen Con thing. They've always done it. And then I can see where that leads into the Coruscant Open, where it's, yeah, okay, you guys have had the pieces to... It'll be weird, though, because they don't know who their teammates are. Or will they? That's the interesting question.
Don't know yet.
Personally, it'll be way more entertaining if they're paired randomly every round.
Oh, that'd be tough though in a team event.
I mean, we have a team format here where we build like 150 points in a list, and then we're bringing it to a tournament and we're paired randomly every round.
And that's fun. But what I'm saying is, Coruscant's like their baby, right? Like it's their gem. It's supposed to be the creme de la creme.
Yeah, but I've always seen Coruscant as like the all-star event, if you will.
Right, exactly. And so when you pit all these all-stars and then you suddenly change the rules, they're all like,
It's kind of like not the all-star game, it's the home run competition. It's the skills competition. It's the weird shit they put together that have very few things to deal with the actual full game itself.
Okay, all right, you completely changed my mind, because that fits Coruscant. Like, I hated Coruscant before. I hated the Coruscant Invitational, but if this is what it is, it's like we're going to take the best players in the world. We're going to, like, surprise, and then see how well they do. Holy shit, I'm so invested in that. That's awesome.
Yeah, who adapts the quickest, who adapts the best.
Yeah, like what you've got these three major players. Like who takes over the alpha and like who tells them where to go? Because in every team event you have to have a leader for that.
Yeah.
Oh, have to have a leader, have to have a team player.
Oh, that would be super fun. Oh, you know the shitty part is it takes place during the last chance qualifier.
Right.
But to tell you the truth, I think I'd rather watch the Coruscant Invitational. So I mean it's one of those. You made the top 64. Good for you. We'll see you tomorrow and the next day kind of a thing.
Cross fingers. I've emailed, and so have other people from the Top Cut of Worlds last year. We still have not gotten a solid answer whether or not we have an invite or seat set aside for us yet.
Oh, that's bullshit. Come on. You were guaranteed a spot, weren't you?
That was never confirmed. That was never said. The only person who has a guaranteed spot to this year's Worlds from last year's Worlds is Simeon.
Oh,
You're trying to
my
tell me
God.
that like Paul and Dan did not have guaranteed seats?
I figure people who have won previous Worlds, like won them, would, especially Paul Heaver. I mean, God, if you don't have him up there, just even if he did nothing for the year, like he's won 3
Well,
of them.
he's won a Worlds. He's already in.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's only the year after. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's.
I'm pretty sure
gifted as a
even
prize.
I
And
want
the
to
guy
say
from
even
Singapore.
Doug Kenny is kind of like emailed
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, are you going to play in Worlds this year? You got a spot."
So,
I'm pretty sure that's how that goes.
Yeah, we'll have
Doug,
to see if they
if I'm
take any of
wrong,
the
please
top cut.
message me because I don't like to be wrong.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Doug
Yeah,
Kenny?
Doug Kenny,
Oh.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
He plays with Legos now.
That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Just gonna let you all listeners know that the very first world champion came from Iowa.
Ooh.
Wait, did he really?
Yes, he did.
That is an actual interesting fact.
Now, the fact that he's the first world champion, or that he came from Iowa,
That it came from Iowa.
And he flew a TIE.
He flew to Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting you know, history repeats itself. It might not be Doug Kenny, but it might be another boy from Iowa.
Costradamus strikes again.
Coach Thomas strikes. Oh shit!
Save this episode for when this actually
All
happens.
podcasts will have to bow down if I win. I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my press tour, and I am going to wreck everyone.
I don't know if I can.
Ryan, we'll just sit in our spots here.
I don't know if I can live in a
on the-
world where Coach wins Worlds. That'd be insane.
That'd be the greatest final table ever because I can't even imagine how many beers Coach would be in at that point.
Holy
I mean,
shit! Oh,
Coach,
so many.
Let me ask you this: if you had to choose the opponent at the final table for you to beat, who would it be?
Phil Horney.
Really?
Yep.
What?
No doubt.
Why? Why?
Because he beat me in the quintessential most awesomest game I've ever been in.
Okay.
I took a list that was unorthodox. He took the meta. And I know he doesn't remember me because we met. I don't know. I'll tell the story later, but he took it was the Dengar Teltraver Dengaroo. It was in Dengaroo era.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the VCX Nim and something else. Whatever.
Did he do Dengar Fenrao? Because I know he was doing that.
No. Oh.
Because he was pretty high on Decimator plus Phantom or Defender
You know
at the
what?
time, and that was the scum counterpart.
I think, and to tell you the truth, I think he did. But I took my Auto Blaster VCX.
Oh, jeez.
And I called him on his move. And erased Fen. And then it was the dance that happened. It was a dance of Dengar versus my two ships. And time was called, but it was like this one move came down to who won the game. And he says, "Can I have 5 minutes to make this move?" I says, "You sure can, because I need 5 minutes to make this move." I think it was my VCX and my shuttle left, and he had Dengar. And it was fucking epic. If I made the wrong move, he won. If he made the wrong move, I won easily. And I think this was to go 5-1 in Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
And we both made the right moves, but he missed the bump by
Oh no.
And that was it. That was it for me. And I shook his hand, and it was like he was like, he told me that was one of the most stressful games he's ever played in his life. And I was like, kudos to you. Of course, that was, I don't even know if I had the podcast going then. But the funniest story was this year at Adepticon, I went over to go see Zach Matthews play Legend of the Five Rings, and we met each other in like a barren hallway. No one else was in this hallway except for Phil Horney and myself. And he goes, I go, what's up, Phil? He's like, I don't know your name. Like, he was a super boss about it. He's like, I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to like fake off like I usually do. He's like, I'm sorry, man. I don't know who you are. I'm like, oh, it's Aaron Kroll. He's like, yeah. I'm like, Coach OCX. He goes, oh. But no, that was, if I could meet anyone in the top table, it would be Phil Horney.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now that Nami's on here, I'm sorry. I'm going to change that to Nami Lee. Just so I could crush him.
I was expecting D Yoon from you.
You know, as much as D Yoon is a accomplished player, I don't think he's that good.
Uh-oh.
But he
no,
dresses.
I mean about like, because you guys know the list I bring. I bring weird shit. Like I bring stuff that I see the meta over here, and I go, I can break that list, That one's gonna be tough, but I can break 2 out of the 3, and that's the list that I bring. D's kind of throughout the ages have been mostly a meta player. I mean, that might not be fair. He might have made the meta list as well, but he's been a meta player. Phil Horney is just like, nobody sees what Phil Horney's making. Nobody does that.
He does what he does. It's either been the like big base ship plus ace, or it's been like Kylo and whatever he wants, and he'll make it work.
But it's always different. It's not what's in the meta. Like, it's okay, he's gonna bring Kylo, but what else is he bringing? And yeah, like, it's always the what else is he bringing is what makes the list last so long for his ace to last that long.
Yeah,
I unfortunately took out his ace, and then he had to really work to get the non part of his list to work the way it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the few guys who has successfully continued to use supernatural reflexes Kylo without much of a bit at all. If there's one person who I know who can fly an ace extremely well and not care about a bit, it's Phil Horney.
Yeah. Again, and he's the best dressed guy in X-Wing. So, like, least best dressed guy in X-Wing versus best dressed guy in X-Wing. I think it'd be great. And fuck you, Steven. I can make the top 64. I think.
Coach was really close to making like day 2 from Worlds.
I was 2 fucking blanked out attack dice rolls on day 1 from making day 2 with fucking Asajj and
Jabba Bosk.
Jabba Bosk. Like, I couldn't roll. All I rolled was blanks on a naked, unmodified Kylo twice, and I couldn't do it. So,
and I got Y-Wings tractored off the game board.
And you got shitty judged. So, anyway, we're gonna pick up this conversation, but I need to go to the bathroom, and
I'm
pretty sure everybody else does. Balake, I think, is still here with us.
I'm here.
Take a commercial.
So we're gonna go to commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. You know what?
Does Balake have a favorite commercial?
Balake, you got a favorite commercial?
Like what? Any commercial?
Yeah,
any of our OCX commercials.
Any of the OCX commercials.
Man, I don't. I really don't. I haven't listened to I'm not gonna lie. I haven't listened to any podcast in about a year and a half. I don't have the commute.
We've had them for about a year, 2 years now.
Yeah,
no. My commute's 5 minutes from my house, so I don't have time.
What's with you people and just doing podcasts on commutes?
You know what? I tell you what. let's go with, I think, one of the first commercials we ever did. Let's go with Vigaro. We haven't heard Vigaro in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Vandergriff says, Coach, I sent you a new commercial.
He did. I didn't get it.
He probably, well, you never open up the OCX Gmail anyway.
No, Coach.
Probably went to feedback at backdials.com.
Yeah, there we go.
We should do a feedback at backdials.com commercial. Maybe we'll do that later during the commercial break. But for right now, take it away, Vigaro.
9:59.
59:47. 5947.
Got it.
Oh, wait. Well, that might be wrong because apparently my watch stopped at 59:47.
The indestructible watch.
Whoops.
Well, it's 9:59 anyway, so
Yeah, I got real time.
Good luck, Montana. I gotta pee.
59.
Stan says, I'm not gonna lie, there's one sweet looking cat behind you.
yeah. Cat. Her name is Bugsy. Just kind of hanging out. You know what? She hasn't been in that spot all this time. Like that, she just kind of started sitting there for the past month. It's not like we just moved or anything. Like we've been here for 2 years, and she was like, "Oh, I like the top of the couch now." Okay.
See, I just have a bunch of farm cats that run around outside.
Oh, okay.
They don't get to come inside because they're farm cats.
Apparently, there's a certain type of gray cat called a Russian blue, and she has a lot of the traits that kind of match with it being a Russian blue. We have no full way of proving it besides a DNA test, which no idea how much that costs for a cat.
You're looking at $90 to $100.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
We like her how she is. It doesn't matter what she was. That's a good phrase right there. People should remember that. They like something like it is, not what it was.
You guys should use that on your significant others as often as possible.
Keep capturing those points as much as possible.
Exactly. Bank them up.
Hey, Blake, is Doc still around?
Yes, he is. We are going to be playing X-Wing tomorrow.
Was he on a stream recently?
Like a
major tournament stream, like on Gold Squadron?
No, he doesn't play at major tournaments.
Oh, never mind that. I thought there was somebody that went by Doc.
No, my buddy Andrew Holcomb was on the Gold Squadron stream at the System Open this past weekend.
Essentially.
I haven't gone through the 11 hours of whatever since Dion put everything up.
Yeah, I noticed you just put it up as one block.
And there's 3 hours of nothing happening because the pairings took shit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hey, I just want to tell you that the episode I was on with you guys, it was so much fun because you were taking us down the lore road, and of course I'm no help whatsoever because I didn't read the books and all the other source material. But that was just that was an interesting conversation. I've got it saved on my laptop every now.
Hey, that means a lot. I appreciate that.
That was a good time.
Speaking of which, I think there's a new book out. There's a new book coming out soon. I think it's Alphabet Squadron.
Oh, that looks really good.
That looks the comic.
Have you seen
sweet.
Have you seen the promos of the pilot names and who's piloting which ship?
Yes, that looks so good.
It does look really cool, and the interesting thing is it's tied with the other series called Shadow Squadron, which is a squadron of TIE interceptors. Form. Yeah, one's in a novel form, and I think one's in a comic form. Yeah. It's really interesting.
There's also a book out by Claudia Gray called Master and Apprentice that goes over Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Isn't that also an audiobook?
It is.
Yeah.
And I've been reading that. It's been really good.
It's too early for me yawning. So I guess I should oh, God. If I ask this question, then it's something we should probably ask during the show, unless Coach has other plans for the second half of the show, but I don't know if Coach ever has plans.
Because
this is like the first ever podcast I've been on where I have not seen the show notes.
Oh,
Well,
what are those?
Show notes? What? What's
Come
Doc
on,
been
even the
flying?
crates have show notes.
Not here.
What has Doc been flying?
So Doc and I kind of coalesced around the same list because we both. He really likes flying Arvel. He loves flying, so he has like Arvel and Heftaber, both with intimidation, and he's been flying some variation of that.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I like it.
There was a list, I'm pretty sure, at Atlanta that performed really well that had Arvel in it. It was a 5-ship Rebel list and extended. Atlanta.
Yeah, Arvel's ability is super underrated, but it's hard to get off because he's Initiative 3.
Yeah, it was, Sam Talley, who got top 8.
Oh, Sam.
Braylon Strom. I think Garvin in an Arc, actually, not an X-Wing.
Yeah, it's Garmin in the Arc.
Arvel with Crackshot Intimidation, Blount, and AP5 with Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, Arvel is a really good blocker just because the A-Wing is so mobile.
I kind of wonder if he ideally wants Garvin, when he has Garvin spend the focus, does he send it over to Arvel or Blount? Because Braylon doesn't. I mean, well, he could send it over to Braylon because he doesn't have Cassian to pull the stress away.
Well, yeah, he sends it over to Braylon because Braylon gets the stress, has the rerolls, but doesn't have a focus. Well, he does. Never mind.
On the turnaround turns because he's
yeah,
likely
turnaround
stressed.
turns. You're tossing it there. Otherwise, I think you're tossing it to Blount.
Yeah, or
maybe,
Arvel.
Maybe AP5 if someone's trying to kill him.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I mean,
that's a situational one.
The other part is like you assume Arvel's already taking a focus and then doing like a link to boost or something. Blount is probably already taking a focus because I don't see many of these ships wanting to actually target lock, right?
Yeah, I think this focus is just very situational. Where do you put it?
Yeah, and the nice thing that does help it out is because it's an arc, it has 2 arcs, so he can actually attack from front and rear.
Then you get those turns where Garvin decides not to roll a focus at all, so you can't do anything about that.
Oh no, we lost Mark!
Huh? Oh no!
Mark!
Did the lightning?
I got Chris Vandergrift's commercial. It's pretty good, so we'll save it for next time.
Coach, what's the plan for the second half of the show? Anything you had in mind?
Kind
of went over Worlds a little bit.
Yeah. What else do we have? We had
Atlanta System Open happened. Articles came out for the Hyena Bomber and the Naboo Starfighter.
That's right.
I don't think we missed anything with Worlds. There are small pieces of information, but nothing that I don't think we need to go over again in the second half.
No, I think
like, here's an interesting thing. 2 months prior to the actual Worlds event itself, anyone who gets a Worlds invite within that 2 months before can actually save it for next year's Worlds if they don't have the time to make the travel plans for this year's Worlds.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
But also, isn't it also in the article that if you get a Worlds invite after September 30th, to email them directly and they'll accommodate you?
Yes, if you want to go to this Worlds, because it's really close, and that's when it closes the invite thing. Oh, no, Mark's gone again. He came back, and then he left.
Let's do Atlanta.
Okay.
And then if we need time,
just kind of throw out some of our highlights of new stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Between 2 shirts, we'll do that.
Between 2 shirts.
Between two articles.
Nice. Unless Chad has something they really want us to talk about. I mean, I'm not devoid from
could take chat questions.
Taking chat questions.
Commercial's always a good time for chat questions.
It is. But we also don't want an hour and a half to fucking commercial break.
All I know is I pre-ordered 4 hyena bombers.
I mean, I can't blame you if you did that, honestly.
Valid.
No.
Just like I'm not gonna blame you if you pre-ordered 4 Naboo Starfighters.
I'm concerned.
About
Coach,
Naboo.
Yeah. Handmaidens?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm buying one to put it on my desk.
Oh boy. I hope they price them accordingly, because those handmaidens can make killing Jedi or Padme, who I think is going to be, Padme is going to be probably the #1 pilot used in the news. Although Rick Ollie is also looks good.
Just the other Starfighter pilot that matched the speed. She's all
Rick Ollie, fabulous is he? Ollie Ababwa.
Jesus Christ.
Chico, get on it.
Actually, Chris Allen
maybe that's a
it.
good thing. Who came out better in Wave 4? Separatists or Old Republic?
Oh, that's gonna have to be a points thing that we have to wait for. Because if I'm just looking at
we're looking at the paper, I'm saying Republic came out way ahead.
Yeah, I really want the hyena bombers to help save the Separatists, but the vultures are still.
I think the Separatists will be fine when that one Initiative 6 Jan Notion comes out later on.
And you know what? That was a thing that might need to be saved for another general topic in the future, because I think, can a faction exist in a competitive field without a solid I5 or I6 pilot available to them?
Back.
That can reposition.
That's a good topic, actually.
Because
I'm inclined to say yes, they can.
There we go.
It's not something I'm prepared for currently, because I do want to wait.
Never prepared for
I do want to wait till after the points to bring this up, because there are things that are going to be adjusted soon anyway. If it comes to that in the future, sure.
All right, we'll start off after commercial break with the general question: who came out better in Wave 4, Separatists or Republic? We'll go through a little bit of what we just discussed. Yeah, if and ands, and then we'll go on to
Atlanta.
Then we'll go on to Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. The worst tailgate pictures ever, because there were none.
I can kind of go into a little detail, because I had most of my friends went there.
There you go.
Well, that's perfect, because
one of them was a judge, and there's.
I know OCX wasn't personally invited. Not like we were gonna make it anyway, but whatever. Let's do that. So
well, Bernie made it.
That's true. The beer runners did make it.
Beer runners made it down to Atlanta.
Sure. All right. I don't know who's got timestamps.
I do.
Okay, Mark.
10:12.
Mark it down for now. Oh yeah, that's for you, Montana.
yeah.
Oh man, Montana has a harder job than Ryan ever did.
He does not. Don't you ever apologize for Montana. The man cuts and pastes. That's it.
I've been trying out.
Ryan, he had little sound clips for everything. It was.
I used to send him sound clips.
Yeah, remember those days?
Oh man, the audacity, cutting it,
God, we don't do that anymore.
Thanks, YouTube, for getting better.
Yeah,
I want to say that probably was the start of the downfalls when we moved from doing the podcast in the living room of John's house to on our computers.
To going not In the same room.
Yeah, that hurt us.
You really gotta. Yeah, I can see where that is.
Because we used to have like a big old party too. Like we'd have a cookout. We'd be in the swimming pool.
Oh, that's right. I was at Atlanta. I'm sorry. They have physical evidence that I was in Atlanta.
What?
No, they have a picture.
You mean kind of like Crate Cup?
I was at Crate Cup as well. Oh, that's a new banner. Yeah, I gotta put that, but it's a new banner.
Do I need to get a cardboard cutout of Coach and just bring them to every tournament I go to?
Yes. The answer is yes.
I'm not gonna say no. I'll post for the pictures.
Look, I mean, when you're not at a tournament, Coach, you can have a spot in my room next to the Harrison Dula cardboard cutout I have.
That's should I do a groping? No, that's
just be chugging a Budweiser.
I can do that.
Oh right. Yeah, he's got the picture in the OCX groupies chat. Hold on. Copy image address. Put in.
For some reason, it's only from here down.
There you go.
Oh God. That's incredible.
Should we share screen that? Yeah, I think we share screen that.
100%.
Coaches everywhere.
Application there. Share. There you go, everybody. See? Hold on, I gotta present. Hey, see, I told you I was at fucking Atlanta. It looks like we're at the Waffle House. Where else would I be than the Waffle House? For fuck's sake.
I mean, that light right above your head is like perfect lighting for you.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I have a very large head. It's not my fault. And then I can perfectly. You know what? Fucking if Andrew Knuckles can do the same pose in every single picture, I think I can do the same one in everyone as well.
You're not wrong. He does make the same face in every picture.
It's the same one. It's like. Let's see if I can redo it.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
It's always like one eyebrow raised and then one
so
like.
Yeah, it's like, what am I doing here?
That's so easy to Photoshop them in the random location stuff.
Maybe I need to do one picture like Andrew Knuckles does, and then everyone can put me anywhere.
He can just like every time Knuckles has a picture where he makes that same face, you can just impose your face on it.
Just impose him on. Oh yes! Oh yes! All right. I'll take a picture behind a green screen. No, I don't even need a green screen. We'll just done.
Just between those two shirts.
Yes, do the two. You know, I don't have a Barons shirt. Just saying. But we're still in commercial, which we're going to come out of in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God. What time now? 10:17. Add 5 minutes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the OCX Radio Podcast Show. We're live, if you haven't guessed.
And you're missing out because it's great.
Once again, can't tell you why none of you are watching at I mean, I get it. Some people have things to do and they're just either asleep or in Europe. But if you're not any one of those things,
yeah, let's be honest. The West Coast has to get their shit together. They have perfect timing to watch this right after dinner.
They get to watch us during dinner.
I mean,
dinner and a show.
East Coast.
I mean, if we're going to call it the correct word, they get to watch us during supper, but, you know, that's cool.
Eh.
See, us on the East Coast, you guys are missing the opportunity to go to bed to Coach's sweet, sweet voice. Talking you to sleep.
I bet you right now, hold on. Let me just make sure he was here in chat once before.
If I'm putting you to sleep. Okay, if I'm putting you to sleep right now, let's see. It's 10:18 now. It's 11:18. You should be going to bed. So, 1, 2, 3. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-dum. I hate to leave you, but I really must say you should stay up later and listen to the rest of the show.
Okay, Coach, trivia. When was the last time you sang that on this show?
Oh, did I sing that before? Oh,
yes.
no. Oh,
wait,
no.
Coach, Coach, did you think that was the first time you've ever sang that on the show?
Yeah.
It's been like 5.
No.
I feel
Get out of here.
Well, all right, I'm gonna come to the defense of Coach
I just listened to the show. It was our 1-year anniversary because at 11 o'clock I got off to go to bed and you had to serenade me off the show.
Yeah, you've definitely sang that a lot more than
I'm
you
gonna
think.
defend Coach here. He was probably so drunk he does not remember those times.
Yeah.
That's why we're here to document things.
That's why we do it on YouTube, baby.
Yeah, I was trying to find out. Kiefer a lot of times ends up falling asleep halfway through the show, and he did comment at one point earlier, so I'm assuming he's asleep already.
Oh, well,
and Josh,
I thought it was an original Kiefer, but guess not. I guess it's my go-to.
Joshua Kuntz said the people that make Cards Against Humanity also makes Secret Hitler.
Oh,
wait,
well,
really?
There you go.
Yep.
Oh,
They're
I guess that
taking
explains the distribution
taking the
problem.
whole industry over. Fuck them. Whatever. I don't need to give them money. I guess. Obviously not. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the OCX Friday podcast where we're not going to sleep. If you are asleep, fuck you. If you're not asleep, enjoy the rest of the show because we're going to go with the big topic of the evening. Did the Separatists or did the Old Republic get the better ship in Wave 4?
this is obviously pre-points.
This is all
So,
pretty points.
Caveat
Everyone
to that.
here knows that we, everything is subjected to points. We don't like to predict points, even though there's a lot of points floating out there that what it could be. But you know what? We're just going to go off the basis of the cards.
Which definitely still have a lot to say.
Oh, man, do they.
So, I will put this under the context of a show we had a while ago after the stream of Wave 4, where I will say I'm concerned about the Naboo Starfighter providing really good abilities. Hey, it'd be pretty bad to be in Padme's arc and just feel like you're blocked by midnight, kind of. Having an I-5 is pretty good. That can get more attack or defense dice if it just goes faster than you. Hey, these guys have full throttle. Sweet. Hello, Juke.
Also, don't forget about that one droid they have access to.
Yeah, that can like increase or decrease their speed.
Which
for
is
like
crazy.
for like free, by the way. It says like just after you reveal your dial, you may set your dial to a maneuver of the same bearing speed, one higher or lower. No downside at all.
Isn't that like a old school navigator in a way?
I don't remember.
No, Navigator let you change the bearing.
Gotcha. You're right.
But this is R2A6 is the droid, by the way.
It's still super fucking good.
That's so good.
It's no downside, so it's got to be.
There's no downside. How is there not a downside?
It's not printed.
It's not printed.
There's no secret. So this has to be more than 4 points, I would hope.
Please.
And then
it's gotta be more than that, yeah.
we come to the probably scariest part of this is the Naboo Handmaiden.
Now, is the Handmaiden or is it decoy?
It's
or decoy.
I'm gonna say decoy probably.
It's decoy technically. Now, one thing that is interesting is that decoy. So here's how it works. Naboo Handmaiden is 2 pips. You can have 2 Handmaidens in a list, right? Makes sense. But there's only 1 decoyed card because it's a 1 pip condition. So even if you have 2 Handmaidens, you can only assign a decoy to one ship. So there could be one handmaiden guarding somebody and being a decoy to it, or there could be two handmaidens guarding the one ship. Spoiler alert, Jedi really like adding evades.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Clarify. You can change one result to an evade. If it's another Naboo starfighter, they may add an evade. So there's that. So it will help the Jedi with their blanks, or it will just help Padme stay alive for a ridiculous amount of time.
Fucking Padme.
I never
Portman. Has anybody seen that SNL skit? It's fucking great.
Nope.
And go look up SNL skit Natalie Portman rap.
Okay.
No, the
that is the quintessential what this Padme card is. Like, don't you can watch either one, the first one or the second one, because she did two of them, but she's going to shit in your face. That's basically what it is.
Granted, these are all abilities that help the longevity of the Naboo starfighter. None of them help the offensive output besides Padme's ability when she's attacking. If she has access to juke, she could juke somebody. So if they have 2 defense dice and they already rolled an evade and a focus, you can juke the evade to a focus, and they can only modify one of the focus results anyway. So It really hurts ships that can't individually spend. You get more mileage out of calculates and force charges than you do a single focus when dealing with Padme.
We're doing this without even knowing what their upgrade bar is, really. Like, for all we know, these ships could have double EPTs. We don't know.
Oh God, please no.
No.
That's bad. Stop
FFG,
it.
no.
You should.
This is why you're a dead podcast. You mention things like this shit.
This is why I'm not a game designer.
It looks like they are going to have torpedoes, this includes the plasma torpedoes. They are going to have an astromech. They probably have a mod slot, maybe not.
They definitely have a system slot.
Correct. The big one is the system, because they also showed off passive sensors, which is probably the single upgrade that has gotten the most attention.
Okay, can I just calm everyone down on passive sensors?
I think there's cause to pay attention to it, but there's not.
You know, they're not gonna cost it in the right. Like, they know it's a good card.
Well, so here's the weird part. It has niche situations where it can be good, but if it costs too much, it won't see much play. Like, if it's over 5 points, it may only ever see play on Whisper or Vader. Because then, if you put Fifth Brother on Whisper, you have a force charge for a focus result, and you get your guaranteed evade for juke, and then when you engage, you get your target lock from passive sensors. So it's pretty well modded. On Vader,
I get it, but it's gonna be priced pretty high.
If it's
I
priced,
think it has to, because you're gaining essentially.
There's no downside. There's no downside to the card.
Oh, there's a huge downside.
There's a massive downside to this.
Because here's the problem. If you price it too high, it's going to only go on ships that could potentially abuse it, and that's Vader and Whisper. Because Vader can also do force actions off of this too, it gets into a whole nother territory. But it's mainly for Vaders that want to go to 200-point lists that can fight other I-6 pilots and decide to get their lock on what they want, and then maybe even barrel roll afterwards. Where this should be used more would be on low initiative ships that want to use munitions, and if they cost too much, it's just not going to happen.
Do you think they're going to initiative base it?
That would probably help. That would probably help.
I think that is the way they should go with this card. I know it's the new Boogeyman, and they've already declared that oh, the easy way to do that is we'll just initiative base price it. Easy.
Yeah, I mean,
put it on an I6, it's going to cost 32 points. You put it on an I1, it's going to cost 10.
I mean, that's probably too high even. Because you got to figure to some degree this is something that if you're looking for a low initiative munition strike, most low initiative munition strikes probably want to have multiples of them. And you got to also recall there's very few ships that also will have any level of defensive modification if they decide to use this action. Because if you use this action, you have no tokens to use defensively. Unless you are a Hyena bomber with network calculations, one spot. If you are something that has access to a force charge, the TIE prototype Inquisitors. And that
means around you could do a good job.
Oh, well, the Naboo Starfighters.
Yeah.
You got and TIE Defenders and other Phantoms have access to systems and things that give them natural evades. So those are other things that can take advantage of the ability of it while still having some level of defense. Because if it's low initiative, they want to stay alive to even use it.
Let's pander. Let's stick on this card just for a second. I want to pander to the scum. Does this help scum at all?
I'd have to see what in scum.
I think any card at this point helps scum.
Well, I mean, I know the Lock Revenants can take a system. Is that only with the droid?
Only the Havoc title, so only one of them can do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Lock Revenants did pretty good this past weekend in Atlanta.
But they use Drea. Like, you don't need the target locker calculate anyway.
Does this help out IG-88s?
Potentially.
Is it cheap enough you can put on the 3 of them?
I don't know about IGs. They already have a lot of synergy by just, like, it would only garner them a target lock when they want it. It wouldn't.
Scum ship has a system slot.
You have the
Dan Finesman.
The G1A.
That's actually not a bad idea because they only
That's not a bad idea. They're at pilot skill 1.
So, like, you don't feel bad about using the calculate on that if you need to.
What does it gain them, though?
Yeah.
It gains some slight table relevance that they otherwise don't have.
It gains them the target lock.
Yeah, if you want to take a target lock instead of a focus action and still get it for later.
I mean, if you're not stressed, you can take the target lock, can't you?
Star Vipers can do it if Guri lands. But like advanced sensors is stapled to Guri anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's really not much in scum.
Not much in scum. Not saying that it won't find a niche.
Doesn't help Shizor at all? Does Shizor benefit from this at all?
Probably not. Shizor is barely even used. Yeah, there's like scum's not getting much from passive sensors.
No, they're not.
TIE SFs with missiles instead of the SF gunner.
Yeah, I can see where that's a swap out. It's a tough decision, but it's a swap out.
That's where my friends and that's where our heads went to immediately on this card. They're like, oh, SFs.
That is interesting because it says before you engage, if your charge is inactive, you may perform a calculate or lock action. If you do the lock action, the SF can then lock link for a free rotate.
Ooh.
Because the arc where it's pointed has to use where the missile is. So you can make sure from front or back your missile is going in the right direction. With concussion missile, probably.
Yeah, the cheapest one.
I don't know if
that could see some play. I could see that.
Cheapest.
That could surprise some people too.
That could really surprise some people.
Yeah, or homing missile.
Either
one.
I have
the ability to change your arc is huge, especially with no stress.
Yes.
Huh.
Hey, I mean, even an SF's in the picture, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Oh, it's in the picture. They're telling you. Where it should go.
It should go here.
It should go here. Okay.
Nothing else really pops out. I think, like, besides the Whisper Vader generics, at least, your Hyenas, your Naboo Starfighters. I mean, I think most Naboo Starfighters are probably named anyway or have a pip.
Yeah.
I want to dispel one thing, because it was also something that my friends and we thought of when we saw the card. And then I quickly realized, terrible idea. We thought about putting this on B-Wings, the lower initiative ones, so like, wait a minute. By the time we're done with the upgrades, we could just have Braylon. So what are we doing?
Correct.
True.
So if you're thinking about that, just remember, you can have Braylon and Tin Nub instead.
Mm-hmm. Some people say the low initiative TIE Advanced could take it. So the Tempest Squadron pilot or any generic TIE Advanced, so not and get their locks, because some people have had some moderate success in hyperspace with 5 of those or multiples, and they just have 3 dice attacks that can generate some crits. Punishers, they got a lot of health to hang around and get your target lock for their munitions.
For the low ones, yeah.
Yep. It's hard to just kill one turn.
It's very hard to kill one turn. It's beneficial if they do, because then the rest of your squad is, that's one less round they're shooting at the rest of your squad. So
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, that's a lot of focusing on just the Naboo Starfighter, but I mean, cross fingers as a Separatist player. I hope Hyenas offer some great opportunities, and they seem to have some cool things. But the Naboo Starfighter, to me, has a much larger chance to break something if not costed appropriately.
I want to say one thing about the Separatist faction that I really like that you guys got. You got the TA-175.
Oh, you mean the "What is dead may never die"?
Exactly. I really like that upgrade for swarms in particular, because I've noticed, as probably many other people, that those suckers kind of tend to die quick.
Yeah, vultures just tend to die. So if you can fit like 5 to 6 vultures with the Hyena Bomber 32C that can take a tactical, which, by the way, I'm going to do the Ryan Farmer things. People know what TA-175 is. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 with a calculate on its action bar is destroyed, each friendly ship at range 0 to 3 with calculate on the action bar gains 1 calculate token. Be sure, if you have simultaneous fire, that ship is considered destroyed, but not removed until the initiative number is done on both players' sides.
There is a reason it says range 0.
Correct, that too. So even if you kill the guy with this tactical relay, it will still pass out a mess ton of calculates. So there's that. It has potential. It honestly has potential to compete with Kraken, which a lot of people didn't, like, nothing would compete with Kraken originally, but this could.
No, I think this can definitely do it, because it takes away
broad range of squad building.
What's up, Coach?
What?
You kind of broke up a bit.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Thought. Never mind. Anyway, I did. All right. I tell you what. I think that's going to do it for our little, new article stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Let's move on in.
Coach, Mark, what do you think between the two packs? What stands out as reasons why Republic or Separatists got better, one more than the other?
Isn't it obvious?
Well, I do think Y-Wings.
Wave 5.
Wave 5. Not yet, buddy. Pump the brakes. No, I do think that the Old Republic gained a little bit. Again, we got to see the points, but I think a nimble fighter has the ability to increase their attack dice, has the ability to increase their defense dice on some pilots. It's still a durable ship. It's basically a Z95, but their pilots are better. Their name pilots are better.
They got some ridiculous abilities.
They got some so good abilities in
and that's not even Anakin. Like Anakin's got
we're not even talking about Anakin, and he's got an amazing fucking ability.
He's got one of the most thematic abilities.
It hampers him at I-4, but still to barrel roll twice. I mean, oh my god, what ship wouldn't love to barrel roll twice, and have no effects of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just watch out for Padme and her handmaidens.
You realize when we first started playing this game, barrel rolling twice never seemed to be an issue. Of course, knowing rules didn't seem to be an issue either.
Yeah, nobody knew in the rules we couldn't do that. There was no judge. No, I think the Old Republic has a little upper hand here. The points are going to make or break the hyena.
I mean, I'm also fingers crossed for points update to reduce the vultures too.
I think that that's a tough one. I think they will by maybe a point. I'll take which it. Will make which will make up a bunch. It won't hurt a whole lot, but it'll make it playable, a lot more playable. Like I said, I think the Old Republic, just for the pilot abilities themselves, over the hyenas has the upper hand. But again, like every fucking podcast does, it's all up to the points. We could all be wet. We could be straight on. Nobody knows until the points are released. We like to speculate a lot because, that's what we do. So, but what I do want to move on to is Atlanta. Hotlanta, baby. Hotlanta.
Let's have X-Wing in a huge atrium where the sun comes down and melts your plastic ships.
And messes with Dion's stream.
And
I felt bad for them because that should have never been an issue for them.
I find it sad and hilarious at the same time. Like, how are they supposed to sit there the day before and be like, "Oh, where's the sun at? Let's do the sundial thing." Who thinks of that when they run a event? Nobody does.
And what happens when it gets dark and there's no lights?
The problem is that now TOs have one more thing to worry about.
Right. I feel bad about the light issue too, because if everything had gone to schedule on Saturday, the light issue and the sun issue would have never been issues.
Now wait a minute.
West Coast parents have a problem?
I was going to get to that. When you say everything got on schedule, what do you mean?
I mean that West Coast pairings died, ripped in the ground.
And what saved the event?
Cryodex to save the day. Cryodex to save the day. What's his name? Cryodex. What's he do? Saves the day.
3 songs out of coach tonight. Bruno will boycott us.
Best pairings went down, crashed, burned.
And I overheard that taking about an hour to an hour and a half to fix that issue.
Yeah, because they sent them on lunch break to try and rectify the issue, and I think when they got back from lunch, the issue was still not rectified.
Now here's my quackpot realization of why the servers crashed. You realize that I can search on my phone what the pairings are on BCP for any tournament in the world, right?
Yep.
Yes.
How many people do you think logged in that were not even a part of the event, just to see who went where, who played who? Do you think that might have played a part in the entire thing?
I mean, if they don't already have that prepped on their servers to capability of handle that, then they're looking at it wrong. I mean, I'm assuming they've had like people who weren't part of the event pay attention to it, and not just X-Wing, plenty other games.
Yeah,
but you also
counter argument for this is tabletop TO
or Cryodex to say the day.
So like, it's a tabletop TO does virtually the same thing. You enter in your scores, you can look at the standings, the pairings, and stuff through the web server. And I've never heard of tabletop TO crashing at this.
Can
level.
anyone else outside of that?
Yes,
event?
you can.
You can. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just wondering because Atlanta System Open thingy was promoted big, right? Like,
yes.
There was a lot weighing on what was going to win Atlanta. And I'm wondering if, like, literally everyone around the world logged into BCP to find out the lists, who's paired, this and that, and if that contributed, or was it just BCP fucked up?
I think it's BCP.
I mean, it could be.
It's BCP because if your servers can't handle that, then I think there's a problem, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, you got to figure what. So there were hold on.
There's 173 players.
173 technically.
173 players at the event physically. Let's add about 20 people there as well between Dion and a crew, the judges, any bystanders that were paying attention with their friends.
You could add another 10 to 15 people, for their friends too.
Yeah. So after that, let's just round it to 200 physically there. Do you think that there'd be more than 100 people paying attention to that worldwide actually going on BCP at the same time?
Yeah, I do.
All right, well, let's say 200.
I bet there's 1,000.
I think that's too many. I think
if I went online and looked it up, believe me, there was 1,000 people.
I don't know.
I think I would have been more inclined to agree with you at the beginning of the hyperspace season.
Was BCP used at the European System Open that had over 500 people? Do we know that?
Ooh, I want to say it was, but they had to go to Cryodex.
I don't. We'd have to get that clarified or not.
I really do think there was a huge shout out from England to Chico for Cryodex for some reason.
But
maybe they never did. Maybe
Chico in the groupies chat. We need this information.
Maybe they did PC. Maybe they did Cryodex and not BCP anyway.
I want to say that's what they did. It massive crashed.
BCP has been used in other system opens here in America, though, I believe.
Yes, yes. But again, the pressure that was on Atlanta might have been the one that tipped it over, right? I mean, how many streaming companies were there? 3?
What, streaming the event?
Yeah.
Yeah. It should have been 3.
No, I think there was Echo, Gold, and somebody else, maybe.
Were there more than that? I thought it was just Gold.
Maybe not. I'm just saying, the more people you add to the stream, the more people that log on to their BCP that they already have, and they're like, I'm not trying to make an out for BCP. Believe me, their shit needs to get fixed as well as anything else. But I don't think the blame solely relies on BCP. You know what I mean? I think it might have been an influx way too much than they should have been able to handle. They should have been able to handle it, but
I mean, that's a big point Chris Vandergriff makes is BCP's been used for 40K events, and they had easily over 400 players.
Oh, then yeah, fuck you, BCP. You should have been able to handle this. Sorry, you should have been able to handle this. And but you know what? Kudos to Chris Chico Brown and the rest of the entire X-Wing community that there was a backup.
All right, so the event was won by another Baron, Joel Killingsworth.
Went for Joel.
Jim Bogsworth is what I heard.
So
that's the second time he's gone 16-0 at a System Open.
He did not go undefeated. He did not go undefeated in Swiss. He went 5-1.
He went 5-1. That's right. He went undefeated.
He lost the game.
Yes. So Joel Killingsworth in the
congratulations, Joel.
He won with Quad Phantoms after
surprise.
After the Barons, as I've called it, Joel has became what the Barons swore to destroy.
Hold on, here's a great story for this that I got from the after party. So apparently, Knuckles and Joel taught the Atlanta players, the Murder Squadron, how to beat Hatchet Man with Quad Phantoms. And so they're like, all right. And then they went back and figured out how to do it. No, I've got it backwards. They taught them how to take Hatchet Man.
They taught them how to beat Hatchet Man with Quad Phantoms.
Yep, yeah, because
they thought no one would take Quad Phantoms.
Yes.
Yeah, because in Denver, Knuckles won with Hatchet Man, and that was built to be a Quad Phantom counter.
Right.
So I would assume they went over, if you were taking Quad Phantoms, how do you deal with Hatchet Man?
Yeah, they figured out how to do that. But they didn't tell Murder Squadron that they figured it out.
No, they told one guy.
So they told a whole group of people.
But he didn't believe him, and he went with it anyway. And
no, they didn't even tell them that they figured out how to beat it. They just straight up said... They taught him how to take Hatchet Man, beat Quad Phantoms. Just in case. Then they took Quad Phantoms to figure out how to beat Hatchet. It's so confusing. There was
they're liars. They're liars and they're cheats.
It's like Game of Thrones level deception going on here.
No, they're liars and they're cheats, and they cheat about winning goldies, and they cheat about winning System Open thingies. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the Barons suck.
Barons currently on top.
Currently,
now, as I understand, there is a crowdfunding effort to get Steven to Seattle.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't listen to Barons today yet. I'll probably listen to tomorrow.
I did. I didn't hear that, but I only listen to half the show, and that's about about all I can take.
Nami Balake is here because he's a guest.
He's like, why? Because we needed more Hornet Squadron.
An invited guest.
Actually, drug off the chat and thrown into the guest spot.
Minding my own business.
Boys. I'm losing speed.
Oh, you're losing speed?
Yeah.
Had the cat wake up Brian twice.
So, last thoughts on Atlanta.
All of the meta that has been expected to be good and extended was there and was good. Dreadlocks being Drea and Lock Revenants, Quad Phantoms, Rebel Beef. Handbrake Han didn't show up as much, but that's because I think... So yes, Handbrake Han is still a mechanical and design problem to exist in the game, but it still requires a good player to maximize and become successful. Doesn't mean it shouldn't be fixed in the rules manner we need it to be done. Similar to how the Han Solo gunner double-shotting dash wasn't... It was dominating a few events, but it wasn't overall everywhere. Doesn't mean it should still exist. And they took care of it before. Hopefully they'll take care of Han and Kanan and inertial dampeners and R2 crew in the update. But the only outliers were an all I-5 squad of Imperials, a couple of Vader Soontir Whispers or Vermeils, Vader 3 Phantoms, a 5-ship Rebel, Couple Republic, Anakin, Mace, and usually an Arc, whether it's Wolf or a Chancellor Palpatine carrier. And a couple of Palp Aces in Imperial, with one of them being a OGP shuttle with Palp, Rexler, and Whisper, and one of them being a Lieutenant Psy with Ryad and Echo. And that's it. Our boy Scott Collins, number one in the 4-win category with his TIE Swarm. Good job, buddy.
Tommy
Adams, yep, top 8 with his different 4-ship Rebel, Wedge, Luke, Braylon, and AP5 carrying Leia.
There's the future right there.
I mean, maybe. So that's kind of it.
Go ahead.
So that's kind of it. The only other thing that stands out to me is there was someone with 4 wins, ranked 24, Jason Houston. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir, running 8 vultures with energy shell charges.
That's incredible.
4 of them Trade Federation, 4 of them Separatist drones. Good job, buddy. That's all I got.
I just want to give a shout out to everyone at the Atlanta Social Open that made top 8, got your Worlds invite. No matter what list you flew, it takes an incredible amount of skill and talent to get the top 8 at a System Open. Congratulations and good luck at Worlds.
Woo-woo. I want to give a shout out to Hornet Squadron Radio. Woo, Blocky, Lefford.
We missed you guys.
We missed you guys. Come
rest
on.
in sweet peace.
Give us a 2-year anniversary episode.
I will try. I will do what I can.
Do what you can.
And if they won't come on, we will.
Yeah.
The forceful resurrection.
I want to shout out Tommy Adams. Another OCX in the World's Cut. Love it. I want to shout out Josh Dunn for wearing his OCX shirt at Atlanta. That was awesome. I saw the picture, buddy. I see you. Tommy, you didn't wear it, but that's cool. You also didn't put OCX as your representative in your BCP, which that's okay. I'm sure that was a mistake.
Because we actually make podcasts and root for our community.
True, we do. We keep this brethren close. I want to thank my co-hosts. First of all, Ryan Antofsky and Mark Tippett for putting up with me last week or 2 weeks ago, because that was a mess. I don't remember it being a mess, but you guys sure do. So good for you guys. Good having the old crew back together. I want to shout out all my past co-hosts. And shout out to the general X-Wing community. We got Worlds, baby. We got Worlds. OCX tailgating is going to be in full effect. The OCX house, a.k.a. hotel, we don't know. We posted whenever we get our rooms booked. Can't wait to see you all, first of all, at Gen Con. Can't wait to see you all at Worlds. Ryan, shout outs.
Chris Last in the chat makes a really good point. We're in episode 101.
Woo!
1 down, 99 to go for another 100.
99, Jesus Christ.
I'd like to shout out Chad, Chico, and Luke, because they all did a great job helping run the CAC that I went to as my first CAC in South Bend. I made the trip. It was an awesome time. I totally just dove headlong into getting cool, fun prizes via the X-Wingo, which is X-Wing Bingo, to a degree where I took a ship, being Mace Windu, and I took my opponent's debris, lined them up next to each other, and I said, I want this bingo. And all I need is 4 stress on 1 ship in a game. So I 4K'd over 2 debris, which gave me 3. Then I 3-banked over the next one, which gave me 1. And bam, I got my bingo.
Bingo! Mark.
I want to bring up as my shout out Team USA. Um, Marcel Marzano is captaining a team going to Europe, Poland, Krakow, uh, in August. Uh, they will be participating in the European National Championships as well as the European Team Championships. And I believe it's 6 members for the team, and they have a GoFundMe up now to help with flight and hotel expenses. They're looking to raise $6,000. Last I looked, they were just over 10%, and they've got some interesting prizes. You know, if you chip in, uh, the shirt design is very sharp. I like it a lot. Anyway, if any of our X-wing listeners have a couple of bucks that they can throw their way, head over to that GoFundMe page. If you're friends with Tyler or Marcel or are on Gold Squadron podcast, and I will try to get the link and I'll put it up on OCX as well. Give them a hand and go represent.
Balak. Oh, you already did yours. Let's just. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any comments, complaints, accolades, good well wishes, anything else? Email them to OCXradio@gmail.com or back to dials, feedback, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. We're going to send this baby off to the Yum Nub. Yum Nub.
Yup, no. Keep up.
Timestamp
11 o'clock sharp. I'll figure up the minutes. I'll make sure Montana gets these.
Awesome. I'm done, boys and girls. I'm done. I don't know if I leave. Will the chat stay open? Have we done that before? I think it does.
I just don't know if any of us can control it going off live though.
Oh.
So if
I want to go to bed anyway.
If you want to end it, you may as well just end it.
All right, guys. Not much for a shit show tonight. It's been a rough day. It's a good show though, I think.
Yep.
I'm almost passed out. It's got to be a good show.
Make sure you get home.
Balaki, I want to thank you very much for being on the show, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I look really
pulling me out of the chat.
I look really forward to that 2-year anniversary
I'm gonna
episode.
do what I can, because John has all the equipment.
No, well, I'll message John. Tell him he's got to get his ass over to your place. We'll get that taken care of.
Actually, I think it's going to Iowa sometime this year, anyways.
Oh, well, then I'll take all of his equipment and then we'll use it for a bit. Yeah. I'll send it your way.
Jeez, sound good. Oh my goodness. Right-leaning
Thumbs
coach
up from
this episode
everybody.
should be good.
I don't need to look to do this job. I don't need to see.
Jeez.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the radio podcast show. Sorry it wasn't much of a shit show, but I guarantee you in 2 weeks from now, it might be the same thing. Just kidding. All right, everyone. Good night. Be safe.
Good night.
Turn
Watch
off
out for them tornado warnings.
Oh, yeah.
Always.